My name's Breez Kennedy. I'm an R&B singer from St. Petersburg, Florida, and I'm about to be 20 in like 2 weeks.
Happy early birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hi, thank you for tuning in. I'm your host, Ayisha Collins, and you are here listening to another episode of the ARC Spotlight Podcast. Today, we have a special guest on the show. His name is Breez Kennedy, and he is currently on tour with Josh Levi on the
Yeah.
Hydraulic Tour.
Yes. For
So,
sure.
how has that experience been going so far for you?
It's been going amazing, just being able to travel to different, cities and see different things and just do what I feel like is my purpose, performing and sharing my talents with everybody.
Oh, what's been like your favorite city so far?
Talk about as far as like love, like as
Yeah.
far as like who showed the most
Yeah,
love.
who showed the most?
Either Charlotte or Atlanta so far.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, it was a good time.
And I know you was just coming back from Houston. How was that show?
That show was really, really good. It wasn't my best performance. There's a few things that I have to, look back at and be like, okay, I can do better. But it was a really good performance though. I had a lot of fun.
For the audience that may just be finding out about you, why don't you tell them a little bit more about yourself?
I started making music. Well, I started making music when I was 14. 13, 14. But I started singing when I was like 5 years old. My mom said that I was singing in the back of her car at like 3. And then when I was like 5, she brought me to a vocal coach named Dr. Jones. And he ended up saying, wow, you have a gift. So he started like vocal training me and like, setting me up at like restaurants to do performances and stuff like that. So it all started pretty young. First tour I did was 5 cities with Bryson Tiller. This one's . So I'm exploring more,
I understand you've been on tour before. So what have you learned so far since being on tour?
I learned that you got to stay locked in, you know what I mean? You got to just be consistent and show up every time, deliver. That's what I usually say. Deliver every day.
And so I know you mentioned you did a tour with Bryson Tiller. Was that the Breezy Bowl tour?
No. That wasn't the Breezy Bowl tour. The tour with Bryson Tiller was like a mini tour that he was doing, like going to colleges and stuff like that. It was really, really dope though. And everything actually is on YouTube if you search up my real name. So yeah, that's how I started initially. But I started recording music when I was like 13, 14 years old.
And what did you use to record your music?
I was recording on FL Studios. My dad had got me for like Christmas a little Focusrite bundle. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he got me a Focusrite bundle for Christmas. And yeah, I just started recording because I was like kind of sheltered. He didn't really allow me to go out a lot. He was really strict on school and just staying focused and stuff like that. So I was in the crib and that's all I had was school and then music. So yeah.
Now, were both your parents into music?
Yeah, my mom was a singer. My dad, he could sing his ass off. So yeah, they both, would dabbled and dabbled in music.
And did you like sing in church as well too?
My dad had me singing in church, yes.
Some of your favorite songs that you love singing growing up?
A lot of Say Goodbye by Chris Brown was a big one. I loved singing, a lot of Ed Sheeran songs, like a lot of pop songs I liked singing.
At what point did you realize music was for you and then you wanted to pursue it full time?
I knew I wanted to pursue music since I was like 13, 14. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I fully dedicated myself and locked in.
When people hear your music for the first time, how do you want them to feel when they're listening to your music?
I just want them to feel good energy and the fulfilling feeling of love, or what heartbreak feels like, whatever the song's about. That's what I want them to feel.
Speaking of your songs, I recently listened to Cycles and Talk to Me.
What'd you think about it?
I love it. I love
Okay.
Cycles. Yeah.
Thank you.
And I really love
appreciate
Talk to Me too. I watched the music video and I enjoyed how you had like the guys in the back playing on the instruments.
Playing basketball, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
instrument.
Yeah,
both.
the instrument,
I
yeah,
both,
instruments and playing basketball. I thought that
Uh-huh.
was a pretty cool combination,
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
And what was the process into making that song?
I actually recorded it in the house. And when I recorded it, I didn't really like it at first. So I took a step back. And then like 2 months later, I ended up listening to it in the car again. And I was like, wait a minute, there's some shit here. You feel what I'm saying? So then at that time, I started previewing and it started going crazy. So I was like, okay, this might be the next record.
Yeah. So
Yes.
how was the process for Cycles?
Like recording?
Yeah, recording that one.
Actually, it's crazy. One of my, close friends started, he wrote the hook to the song and stuff like that. And he presented it to me and I was like, nah, this record's crazy. So we ended up just cutting it, in the house.
I think it sounds amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What has been your biggest challenge so far in the music industry?
My biggest challenge so far is kind of understanding who I am because I was so young when I came into the music industry. Understanding who I am and how I wanted to be portrayed, what type of music I even wanted to make, like what fitted for me. So that was a struggle for me to kind of figure that out. But I feel like now I'm in a place where I understand who I am and like where I see myself in the future and the type of music I want to get into and stuff like that. So
Speaking of the future, what future goals do you have for yourself as an artist, a young artist?
my goals for this year is to break as an artist. I want to at least have 10 million monthly listeners by the end of the year. I know that sounds crazy, but anything is possible. I just want a record to, hit, I want a record to be played everywhere. So that's one of my goals short term. Long term, I want to be the best artist I could possibly be for myself. And I really do. I've always, since I was a kid, had dreams of being the biggest artist in the world. So however I got to do it, I'm going to fight to get there.
Is there any artists you're looking forward to working with?
Yes, Justin Bieber, Chris Brown, just to name a couple.
Are you currently signed to any labels or anything?
No, I'm not signed no more. I'm independent.
How is the independent artist label? Like, how does that work?
You know what? Honestly, I find it better because there's not a lot of cooks in the kitchen. You feel what I'm saying? You could kind of think for yourself and do what you feel is right. And then, I have my small team, that, put me on game or what I should and shouldn't be doing and stuff like that. But I just feel like it's better for me. It's less cloudy and I'm more focused, you know what I mean? And yeah, that's why I like it.
Do you ever feel pressure from other artists that you see that's like around your same age group, like when it comes to music and everything?
No, not at all. I'm just focused on me and what I have going on. I love all of the artists that are coming up and doing their thing, but I just, all you could do is focus on yourself and what you have going on and just being the best version of yourself you could be.
When people hear the name Breez Kennedy in the future, what do you want them to know about you or remember about you?
I want to get to the point where it's just like, even if you don't know who Breez is, you just know that he's a superstar because of the music that I have and the things that I've done. I want it to just be like a global thing, like I don't know, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I want to be a superstar. I want to impact people in, a positive way, So yeah.
And do you have any like plans outside of music that you also want to pursue?
You know what's funny? I think I do. I find myself a lot of the times, because I actually started off, my mom had me in acting, like just doing commercials and background roles when I was younger and stuff like that. I actually find myself a lot writing down like movie ideas in my head or like writing down full concept of movies. So I'm like, dang, I think another thing I want to do is get into movie directing and just creating movies. I think that's something that I'll enjoy doing in the future.
What kind of movies would you be interested in directing?
I don't know. My mind be taking me to crazy places. I think I would create any type of movie, literally.
Is there like any favorite movie that you enjoy watching a lot?
Honestly, I think my favorite movie of all time is Little Man.
Little Man? Okay, that's a great movie.
You know that one? Yeah. I think that's my favorite because I ain't gonna lie, I probably watched that movie 1,000 times. So I definitely like to, create like comedies and stuff like that.
Now I know a lot of artists, they tend to use like social media to make like little skits and comedic stuff and everything. Have you ever thought about doing that?
Maybe I was younger. Not no more.
Breez, do you have any new music coming out that the audience can look forward to listening to?
Absolutely. Me and my team, we've been talking and we're gonna put out a whole bunch of singles this year and hopefully build up to like an EP. Or like a project or something.
Breez, I appreciate you for coming on the Arc Spotlight today and sharing your journey.
Thank you.
I look forward to going to the concert later tonight at the House of Blues. Can you tell your audience where they can find more about you and your socials and everything?
Yes, Breez Kennedy on all platforms. BreezKennedy. Y'all go tune in.
If you haven't had a chance to check out the Hydraulic Tour, make sure you go check it out in the city near you. Thank you so much, Breez, for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment for future episodes of the Arc Spotlight podcast. I am your host, Ayisha Collins.